Hey, Colin.
Hey, Jen, Collin from Marathon.
Hey,
how
good
are
to
you?
see ya.
I don't believe we've met.
I'm Steven.
Steven, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet
Collin. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
How about you?
Good, I'm glad to hear that. You guys got any big plans for Halloween coming up?
Well, I gotta take the little ones trick-or-treating.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
I'm sure Timmy's looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
How about you?
Not much. Don't get many trick-or-treaters in the neighborhood, so hopefully we don't get egged by the maybe few that there are. But
Let's hope not. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be good. So anyway, I did want to compliment you and your store. You know,
Thank
every
you.
time I come in here, between the friendliness of, you know, your employees, the cleanliness of the store as a whole, you know, that's something that really stands out to me. It says a lot about you.
Thank you. Yeah.
You know, in addition to that, I did want to talk a little bit about my agenda for today.
Okay.
So the reason I am here is to talk to you a little bit about a rewards program.
Right.
I've done some research. I have some questions for you.
Okay.
But before I get into that, are there any questions that I can clear up for you that you want me to address today?
Yeah, no, I think we're just excited to hear about the rewards program. I know you complimented the store. That's all Steven. He's our store manager, so he kind of makes sure that everything operationally is functioning right. So I wanted him here today too, when we hear about the program.
I was just going to ask about Steven.
Yeah.
So you're the store manager?
yep.
Okay, that's awesome. I was just actually going to ask about that. So in the
Yeah.
past, I know it's just been me and you.
Mhm.
So besides you two, is there anyone else who should be here today?
No, just wanted to bring him in just so he could hear it from the operational stance and see if it's something that would work for our store.
Awesome, glad to hear it. So timing perspective, 15 minutes still good for both of you?
Yeah,
or-
that
Perfect.
works. We got
All right,
something
awesome.
after that, so that works.
Awesome. So my goal today is to inform you guys a little about the rewards program. I
Okay.
want you guys to have a clear knowledge of it and moving along, clear up any questions you have by the
Okay.
end of our discussion today.
Sure.
Great.
All right, so getting into things a little bit. First, I wanted to address the product offerings that we implemented 6 months ago. I know you mentioned the ROI is taking a little bit longer than we anticipated. I was hoping you could tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the products are good. It's just, I don't know if it's a lack of awareness or what, but they're not. They just kind of plateaued out. We saw, an increase in people buying them, and then it was just kind of plateaued out. So it didn't really get the continuous
Okay.
spike or the continuous attention that we were expecting it to get.
Okay. Well, the good news is, based on what I've discovered, you are seeing a little bit north of 4,000 profit each month. So while, that ROI is taking a little bit longer than we expected, we're still making progress. So you will
Right.
see the ROI in a little bit less than a year and a half. So that's the good news there. Another thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that is based on national averages from Marathon Research. So some stores come in a little bit above and some stores come in a little bit below.
Sure.
So that's definitely something I wanted to note.
Where do you think we sit on that spectrum?
I definitely think you're a little bit below it, but there's a lot of different factors that could come into it. For example, this time of year, with college students back, with it being the World Series, you have NFL and NBA going on.
Okay.
You could see some increases in maybe our walk-in cooler. You never know. It's just
Okay.
based on the
Right.
time of year. So
Yeah,
maybe it was
that makes
implemented at the wrong point.
Okay.
That type
Okay.
of thing. So another question I have in terms of your target market. I've identified the college students, the traffic from 75, and also the residential area nearby. Are there any other areas that I should be looking at?
No, I think that's our main, where people are coming from, yeah.
Bread and butter.
Okay, cool. And then in terms of peak hours, I know you even mentioned implementing a third worker. Can you tell me a little
Yeah.
about the craziness in your store when it gets busy?
Yeah, I mean, you're there for it, so you see it if you want to come in.
Yeah, I'd say in the morning we get a lot of folks before work, construction crew workers coming in for coffee and a sandwich, whatnot. And other people just getting their coffee on their way into work. After school, we'll get a fair amount of students. We're not far from the high school.
Okay.
Get a fair amount of students coming in, get a fountain drink or something like that, and then later on in the day, probably soccer moms or soccer dads rolling up with a car full of kids after practice, and whether just filling up and coming in for something quick.
Yeah.
Those are probably our biggest times, I'd say. Right after work too. I'd say that soccer moms and dads can bleed into a little bit later after practices and stuff, but
Okay.
Yeah, and that time frame we were looking at was kind of like that lunch hour through post
Okay.
Yeah.
or school getting out, kind of at a 11 to 3-ish time frame.
But still the construction workers in the morning as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And then in terms of competition, I know we have Shell, Speedway, Circle K. You mentioned it's getting increasingly competitive. What have you guys seen?
Yeah.
What are some things you're seeing in terms of your traffic, in terms of profits, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think from a fuel perspective, I think maybe our biggest lose out on the fuel piece would be people interested in the Speedway program where
Okay.
they've implemented, your rewards program, you get 3 cents off every time you fill up, off a gallon. So that would be very difficult for us to give up that margin to just offer that to our customers too. So trying to battle that price is difficult. And then for the inside elements, I mean, we'd like to get more people inside the store. So that's why I was interested to hear about Make It Count today, was to get a little bit more information on how we can get people to come inside.
Absolutely. So for your store, are you doing much advertising then, or not a whole lot?
A little bit, but I mean, it's tough. We do sponsorships with the local high school and whatnot, but it's just from a cost perspective, it's really hard to prove when you do a promotion, like by putting an ad in the paper or something,
Right.
what your ROI is off of spending that money. But at the same time, I mean, you got to market yourself, or people aren't going to be aware of you. But yeah, we struggle. We've looked into doing mail outs into the community and things. It's been pretty costly, so we've not really executed.
Absolutely.
that.
So some additional advertising probably would help out, do you think?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then in terms of, every 10 people that pull into your store, how many do you think actually come into your store? Because I know that's where you're seeing the profits, is in store.
Yeah, every 10 probably 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
About 30 to 40%
Right.
probably actually come inside.
Yeah.
So we're missing a whole bunch of people that just gas and go.
Okay, cool. So just to reiterate, some issues with the original product offerings. You're not seeing that continuous, action on those products, but we are making progress. In terms of your target market, we hit it, but also, those construction workers in the morning, the soccer moms. Moving forward, competition, it's getting tough, especially Speedway Rewards, it's tough to compete with, but some additional advertising might be able to help. So I just kind of wanted to move into your punch card idea that I know you had mentioned to me.
Yeah, and
So,
I brought an example of that. So this is kind of something we were thinking of, kind of like how Rapid Fire Pizza does theirs, like a buy 5 get 1 free type thing for coffee. We put that coffee bar in. We thought maybe this would help target selling some more coffee, but wanted to get your feedback on that versus Make It Count.
So what benefits do you think that the punch card ultimately has? Do you think that's going to improve customer loyalty, or?
Oh yeah, I mean we figured it might probably put more awareness around our coffee offer, and maybe help sell a little bit more coffee. Yeah.
Word of mouth. Someone messaged to their friend, hey, I always stop here for my morning coffee, and they,
I mean, the Circle K down the road does something similar, so we thought maybe if we did too, then
right.
we could compete with that. But
Absolutely. So, based on what we've talked about then, so increased customer loyalty and obviously, driving people into your store, two of the, the biggest aspects that we're looking at here. So what I brought to you today is this Make It Count rewards program for Marathon.
Okay.
And just a little bit about the program. It's essentially an easy way for your customers to earn points on select items in store and on fuel.
Okay.
So as you can see, they have a few different ways that they can kind of set things up. They can text JOIN to 40244.
Okay.
They can also sign up online or via the app. So it's just kind of a lot of different ways based on, what you like. You might like using your smartphone. You might just like to, enter the numbers, whatever it may be. What they can get out of the rewards, we have 4 partners currently. We have La Quinta Hotel, we have Southwest, we have Sustained Tree Planting Program, or you can redeem it for, Marathon Fuel.
Okay.
So, to get the points for the purchases, you enter 11, and then, like I said, the phone number. They can use the app, and they'd scan it via a barcode. Or you can also go online and order a card. So some people who might like a more physical copy to have a card.
Yeah.
Or, the younger generation, people who like smartphones, you might like to just scan the app. So that's just kind of an easy way for that.
Okay.
So are any general questions so far?
So any of those ways work on entering to activate as a loyalty transaction?
Yes, absolutely. So
Okay.
those are the 3 different ways they have. They can choose from any 3 of those,
Okay.
whatever they like the most. So it's flexible.
Okay.
Moving on a little bit, obviously no program is any good if people don't know about it.
Right.
So, you want to train your employees, you want them asking, are you a rewards member with us constantly? It's going to either make them sign up, they might look down and say, hey, this bag of M&Ms is eligible for rewards. They want to get some points on it.
Right.
So you have that, you're going to train your employees to make sure they're asking. In addition, outside of the store, you're not there. So we have these decals, and what they're going to do is it's going to show customers how to sign up or how to make sure they're using their rewards out at the pump. So when you're not there, you have that taken care of.
Okay.
Moving forward, I printed out some examples. This is just a sample. It's bright blue, so you can kind of see like it stands out. This would be an in-store advertisement. So like I said, those M&Ms, trick or treat time, they might want to grab some candy this time of year. So that's going to stand out to them. Moving along, I know we mentioned advertising. That was one of the big things we hit on. You're not doing a lot about it right now, and it's tough. So what we have here, Marathon offers a billboard, or we also have social media assets and promotional flyers. So the social media assets, everybody tends to be on their phone nowadays. So somebody may be scrolling through their Facebook, and all of a sudden, all of a sudden they're seeing a Marathon rewards ad. So they might sign up. They might never step foot in your store and sign up. So that's the nice thing about social media here. And this website, this makeitcountresources.com, it's going to be a great site for you guys to visit because there's always new promotions, new marketing strategies coming out, so you'll be able to get informed on those as they come out.
Because that was one of your concerns, right? The training element?
Yeah, and you kind of touched on that, and I was going to ask that here in a second, but since Jen mentioned that, I guess how much time have you found is typically required to train our employees on this program? Because obviously, as you mentioned, we'll want to make sure our customer service representatives are aware of the program, how it works, and how to properly, engage with
Execute and promote.
transactions.
Yeah, that's a valid concern. So, what I found based on other stores who have implemented this is it only takes a few days to train employees. And there's also a lot of videos on that website for, if your employees are a little bit unsure of something, there's training videos that are constantly being uploaded because, the constant growth Marathon's experiencing, they're tracking data, they're finding the best ways to sell these products.
Okay.
So that's going to be a great resource for them.
Well, that's cool that there's videos. We can't get them to read anything, so
Right.
Yeah,
videos is the next step.
Yeah, I'm
absolutely.
sure it's nice. I don't like reading either. So, in terms of, the investment and the benefits for you guys.
Yeah.
It is going to be an upfront $500 investment.
Okay.
And the only other cost involved aside from that is a penny per gallon of fuel that's sold within the program.
Okay.
That's the only other cost involved.
So none of the fuel that we sell that's not part of this, we don't have to pay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, it's just, the penny per gallon within the program.
Okay.
And in terms of the benefits for you, so, based on our averages, you can see projections of increase in sales on inside items up to 2.5% per month, and also increases on gasoline items by up to 4% per month. So how does that sound?
Better than not increasing.
Right.
Right, and since I know we ran into the problem last time, it was based on national averages, those last, those product offerings we implemented. I did some additional research in my territory, found the location in Lima, who is, the location's owned by John Brown. John actually has been using this program for 90 days, and he's seen some great results from it.
Okay.
And he's actually given me permission to share this high-level data with you on what kind of profits he's seen.
Okay.
So he's seen every bit of that, that increase in gasoline up to 4%.
Okay.
So on an annual basis, when you project it out, he would be seeing almost a $2,000 increase, and he's only had the program going for 90 days, like I said.
Okay.
Okay.
So in terms of your in-store items where you're making the most money, he's seen, when you annually project it, he's seen an increase in $3,000 per year on these inside C-store items, and that's profit.
Right.
Okay.
So John, aside from letting me share this high-level data with you, he's also decided to be a resource. He wants to reach out to you guys and help in any way he can, fellow store owners. So what I can do, I can set up it'd be a four-way call, I guess, to start. Introduce you guys. I'll hop off the call and I'll let you three talk together. You can ask him any questions you have, any concerns, what worked for him, what didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it'll be a great way, a very nice resource for you guys to have.
Yeah.
Somebody who's been through it for 90 days.
Right.
Similar demographics there too. They have a nearby residential area. They have a highway going through, and competitors. They have both Circle K and Speedway.
Okay.
So that's the comparison I made.
Sure.
So
Yeah, that'd be great.
I
So real quick on the $500, then what exactly does that get us, that upfront $500 cost? What does that all cover?
So that includes the scanner and the installation for the scanner.
Okay.
So that's what the $500 upfront cost.
Okay,
costs.
but all the training and access to all of that is free of cost?
Yes, that is. And like I said,
Okay.
there's a lot of videos and stuff. And I've been doing so much research on this program. I'd be happy to stop by and talk to your employees about it.
Okay.
I've been presenting this for a while. So these are kind of the hard numbers that I presented to you. But in addition to that, there's what I like to call soft numbers.
Okay.
And that's kind of the customer loyalty aspect. And I think that's the most valuable part of this program. Customer loyalty to me, obviously you guys see it with the punch card.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to get those customers that stick with you through thick and thin. So I wanted to share with you some data based on Forrester research on customer service,
Okay.
or on loyalty programs. So obviously loyalty programs save people money. That's why people have them. Like you said, even the punch card idea, they would essentially save money in the long run. But it also influences what they buy and where they buy.
Interesting.
So they're more likely to come to Marathon to pick up a loaf of bread, pick up a few items that they need, and they could see other items that are potentially running specials for the rewards points. So I think that's an important aspect of this, and data's key nowadays. You know what I mean? So having this research is definitely crucial.
Okay.
So, based on what we've talked about today, is there any reason we can't move forward with this program?
Yeah, I think we just want to crunch the numbers a little bit and just
Yeah.
look at it from an operational standpoint, and then maybe Stephen and I can get back with you in about a week.
Is there any additional questions I could answer for you guys?
No, I appreciate the contact for John. I
Yeah.
think I'd like to set that up too.
Yeah, so I'll set up a meeting maker through Outlook, and we
Okay.
can set that up next week. Is there a day and time that works next week for you guys to meet?
Probably same time next
Same
week.
time, yeah.
Same time next week? All right,
Perfect.
Yeah,
sounds
that'd
good.
be great.
Hey,
All right. Thanks,
Good seeing
Collin.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
thank
seeing
you.
you. Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.